bar and restaurant in Philadelphia. And there are a few brews they created for the founding fathers. According to their tagline here, they are recipes that the founding fathers actually created, that they found them. For example, George Washington Porter, which is the one I'm going to try, and is brewed for a genuine recipe. It found in a manuscript in the New York Public Library for George Washington, and it's exclusively produced for this tavern. So let me give it a try. Has a good dark beer. Has a really good dark beer. Kind of in line with like a Smittix. Really good beer. So, well, there's 3 other ones. If you happen to make it here, oh, here comes my 4th one. The tap had ended, so you know. So the 3 other ones. If you're in Philadelphia and you come to the City Tavern, you might want to try it. They're all brewed by Yards, which we have tried a few different Yards, other brands, and they've all been pretty good. So that's a Philly brand to kind of look for as Yards. So all right, out.
Guys, games, and beer.
Hey, David.
Yes, we got Dave on the line.
Good. I was so afraid you left.
Yeah. I've been an experimental beer, and we recently released a game called Boot Hill Bounties.
Yeah, you know,
The second in a series.
yeah,
so
this is serious.
so this
Yeah,
the second in the series. If you go back to our previous episode,
Here's the history.
you do have a history with us, which I'm sorry about.
Boot Hill Heroes.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry about.
Not sorry about the history, but
No, but yeah.
Boot Hill Heroes actually is a pretty well beloved game among us.
Oh yeah.
I think everybody likes it, right?
Yeah.
That's unusual. Have you tried it yet?
I think he's on TV.
He's new.
He's new. The show is. I mean, it's one of the few. So like. Okay, before I like westerns. I like.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay with
I like westerns, and as far as like I always have high hopes when I run across a game set in that genre, and often they disappoint. Okay, this did not disappoint.
No, it did not.
Did not. Okay, so because some of our audience may not have seen the original show, before we get into Boot Hill Bounties, let's go into what the original Boot Hill was. Let me describe the game real quick. It's Well, these are yeah, that makes more sense. Let's start with just for our users who may have missed the original episode when you guys watched. Why don't you guys describe Boot Hill first for us?
Sure. So Boot Hill Heroes was a Wild West RPG, kind of like the vein of like a 1990s Final Fantasy or any kind of classic Super Nintendo RPG, but it was up to 4-player co-op, and it's up Wild West. So it was split into 3 games, and the first game, Boot Hill Heroes, that came out around 2014, and Boot Hill Bounties just came out in the tail end of 2017. So there's still one more game to come, but there's a big space in between the first and the second game. There's a lot of big upgrades and improvements I wouldn't see happen.
All right.
So make sure I show this out. I gotta say it was pretty solid. I gotta say it took you a long time to develop the original.
Yeah, I think originally it started development in like 2011. As early as that, just so it was quite a while. So I've spent a big chunk of my life working on it.
Yeah, I have to say it does show in the game. I mean, it plays really solidly, like 8 to 16-bit, and it plays. It just really has a lot of that kind of polish on it. It feels like it was a really solid game from that era.
Yeah, it's the golden age of like 90s.
Yeah, right, exactly. I think that's what kind of really drew us to it, was that really feel like it was from that era, but it was really one of the best it caught.
Yeah, so the idea was to kind of take what I liked about those games. I would say it's not intentionally trying to be like those games, I just happen to like classic SNES games. So it's like, oh, here's what I like, I'll make some of that, and here's some other stuff I like from our era. Just kind of mix it together and just make a game that I wanted to play. So, for example, like I mentioned the 4-player co-op. The combat system is kind of unlike most RPGs, at least from the 90s, where everything happens in real time, when it's still command-based. And just to kind of throw in some modern trappings where I felt it needed some of the genre, a little revitalization.
You just out of curious for the development, as I'm thinking about it, like, did you just write the story itself? Because I mean, most RPGs in some ways, are sort of like a novel, right? So do you write out the story like a book first, and then get into the developing the video game, or how did that?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. So there's definitely like an outline you get going. Like, here's the plot points, here's like the general script stuff. And then you may not get everything set and complete some, but just start developing and then maybe change some things along the way. So I would say probably the script is probably like 70% finalized by the time you're making the game.
Well, that's actually pretty good, because I know a lot of game developers we've spoken to in the past. You know, the storyline is not that complete. They kind of work the storyline around the game development.
Well, and some games don't necessarily lend themselves to deep stories.
That's true. Where an RPG like this does lend itself to having a very straightforward storyline. All right, so that's Boot Hill for the
And going into it, it's definitely gotten some really good press.
Oh, gotcha.
It's gotten so amazing press. How well has it done?
Sales-wise, it did okay. This was before there was too many indie games on Steam where you could still kind of get noticed. So it did okay. It got some recognition. Some people were interested. And got kind of a fan base going and patiently waited for more. So I'm pretty happy with it.
So the controls on Boot Hill and the new game are full controls. So your Xbox controller and that. Was the desire, like when you were thinking of that, to like, okay, we'll start on Steam and then move to like an Xbox or other like console platforms?
Yeah, I think originally the idea was Xbox Live Indie Games, which that was many years ago and doesn't even exist anymore in that format. So it was made in XNA for that platform, so that also works on PC, so it came to Steam. It was eventually ported over to PlayStation Mobile, so if you could get it on the PlayStation Mobile store, you could play it on something like a PlayStation Vita. So that was fun.
Travis?
Yeah, so again, like, for people uninitiated with the series, like, and again, concepts and basis, it's really kind of got that love of the 90s RPG genre. Like, some of the really stands out about it. The co-op for it is really cool. You can drop in and out. So you can play through the stories you want, and you got friends who come over, they can kind of drop in pretty seamlessly, which is pretty dope. One of my favorite things, I love that the soundtrack is done by Jake Kaufman. Because like he just does some pretty extraordinary work.
It's funny, we talked about him last time. He hadn't like really just blown up like he had now, and it's like you can really just hear it. It's totally not us for once.
So, how did you originally come up with Jake to work on the soundtrack?
When I was doing the Kickstarter, like in 2012. He saw it, and the Kickstarter is kind of aimed specifically at getting a good composer. Because I felt like I could handle up everything else if I had enough time, but I didn't know anything about music or really like compose music. So big Kickstarter, big mess, but like this money's going towards getting a good composer, and he liked that idea and liked the look of it. So he was interested.
Okay, so now that we've kind of gotten people up to steam on the pun there, on the first game, Boot Hill Heroes, let's talk about the new one, Boot Hill Bounties.
Yeah, so Boot Hill Bounties is the sequel to the follow-up, basically continues the storyline left off from Boot Hill Heroes. So in some ways it's the same game, but it's also completely different. So kind of the basic fundamentals are the same. It's still an RPG, still the combat system is generally unchanged, but it's got, like, I don't know, so much more content. Like, I really, now that, like, starting at everything, all the, what do you call it, like, all the wheels turning, we were able to really expand on some of the ideas from the original game and really come with new stuff and kind of make it all work together. So, for example, there's farming, there's mini games, there's weapon upgrades, there's cooking, there's you can become a doctor, you can always do a lot of campfire scenes that are fun. There's side quests. My favorite thing about the game is a newspaper. So like at certain plot points, like a newspaper will be published, which will have like stories about like what just happened in the game world, some perspective of the citizens, and it also has like advertisements and coupon codes and job ads, which are just kind of like how you find all your side quests and stuff like that, obituaries, recipes.
So like,
kind
if
of
you kill somebody, does it show up in the
different parts of the game in like one place.
If you kill somebody, does it show up in the obituaries?
Yes. Well, if you kill someone, important.
Nice. Yeah.
So, do you feel like how closely were you dependent on the story of the first one? Do you feel like you can play them fairly separate? Like, oh, if I just jump into this one, I'll get it?
That's a good question. So I wanted to make Boot Hill Bounties. I kind of wanted a fresh start, so I didn't want people to feel like they had to play the first one. So, like, in the first 10 minutes of the game, there's kind of like a recap that kind of feeds the original storyline. You get people up to speed about what happened, and then it kind of takes off from there. And people that have played just the Boot Hill Bounties, it's fine. It does a pretty good job of making you feel like you're all caught up.
So really, it's kind of like you may have a little better understanding of who or what the characters are, but other than that, it's
pretty much a standalone game.
Pretty much a standalone game. I mean, some of them, like Dragon Age and Dragon, then they had the DLC that came out, and it takes place like exactly after. Or I've played other games where it takes exactly after that last thing happened.
Right.
Yeah.
So Champions of North was like that.
Right. So you had to really do the first game before you jumped to the second.
Right.
Each Dragon Age base game is its own playable one, but yet they still have it where you can have your character that you played before come in and be referenced. Like the decisions you made in that game
will still carry over.
Still carry over, but you don't need to have played the games, which is something that I really enjoy.
Evidently, we're echoing too. I'll have to check that. Okay, so so again, you've described some of the things that are new in the game. What one feature do you think stands out more than anything else in the version of the Bounties?
Oh gosh.
Is there more gambling?
My favorite thing was the newspaper, but there's a lot. My website, I did this thing called the Corral Countdown, which was a fuel effort to market the game. Like, there's so much I wanted to talk about that, like, every day up until release, I made a post about something new in the game. So there's like, I covered like 50 different things to explain, like, all these different features and improvements I wanted to talk about. But I had to pick just one. Yeah, newspaper's gotta be my favorite, because it sort of just ties all the other features together.
Yeah, again, it's a cool idea to put the side quests in there. I like that.
Yeah.
It helps.
So you're not like running around the game world and talking to everyone trying to find side quests. Every side quest that exists you didn't find in the newspaper, so you know what you missed and what you haven't.
That's
Ooh,
cool.
look, someone wants to clean out rats in the basement.
Wow, Larry. I'm kind of specific. Larry, let's stop talking about it.
No. I think that's every first time.
There's a law that requires that.
Yeah. So,
Usually in the tavern.
yeah, well. Wow. It's going down on that. So, yeah. So, alright, so the game is about, what's about the playtime on this particular game?
It's not too heavy. I would say probably 17 or 18 hours.
All side quests, or if you decide you're
I
completed.
think if you kind of ran through it, didn't do any side quests, you'd probably get down to 12.
So
So if you're playing normally about 13 times everything, you have 25 hours.
is it not that much? I thought the first one played about that long.
7 8 hours.
First one about 7 or 8? Yeah, I'm trying to remember how long it took to play the original one. About 8 hours for the original one?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like 10 or 11
I was thinking more like 10 or 11, but Travis a little bit better at these things than I am, so he probably finished it a lot faster than I did. So there's quite a bit more content on this one as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, there's like,
Graphically, in this game, did you pretty much stay the same, or did you like kind of up the game a little bit? I know there's a feel to it, and there is a feel to there is true 8-bit graphics or 16-bit graphics, and then there's high graphics that look like 16-bit graphics, right?
Yeah.
So, and I thought the original had pretty good graphics.
Oh, great.
But did you try to up it on this one, or?
yeah, I ended up redoing almost all the graphics, so even like they revisit like the same town or something like I remade with a different style. Likely different, but like the first one used a lot more colors, colorful and less realistic, and the Boot Hill Bounties has more kind of detail and earth tones and more kind of a little more realistic style. Still very cartoonish, but a little more realistic.
So, are you full release at this point, or I thought I read something about maybe you're a beta right now, but you can pick it up, or?
No, it's full release.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright. Wow, hi Rob.
Bling! It's in full release. Bling!
That was kind of a nice little thing for
I
that.
like that.
Alright, so right now it's available where?
Just on Steam right now.
And the platforms it's available for?
Platforms.
Windows.
Just Windows?
But I can't say anything for sure, but there is work for some ports.
Alright.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if I can get a port out in 2018, it'll definitely be the best-selling Wild West game throughout 2018. I can't think of anything
For the Mac.
that's going to come out. I'll totally wipe the floor with that job.
Back to Linux.
The Mac and Linux, I don't care, man. I run on both.
Even when Rob would
I don't run on
I'd be
both.
happy with that.
How do you coming off the engine? I don't know.
Alright, so you said you kind of alluded that this may be a trilogy, I take it?
Yeah, that was the plan. We'll see how it goes.
Was that the plan even with the first one, or?
Well, I think the original project wasn't that trilogy, but this kind of got over our head and said, this would make more sense as multiple games. So, going in that direction.
That's what happened in the Private Security games too.
Yeah, just ended up being way too many movies.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to
There will
happen.
definitely be a third game. There may be a kind of a break. So not in the next year or so.
So as a kind of side thing, we were reading that you offered up a card game.
Yeah, we got to talk about this.
Sure. Yeah, I kind of tinker around with different kinds of games. I think I mentioned to you this game I have called Mask of the Red Death, which is kind of a live-action social elimination deception game. You guys, we're talking about this. You guys love Werewolf, right?
Huge.
Yeah. But it kind of started out as a version of Werewolf where you're killing people, eliminating people, but one where you could walk around. And it's changed a lot, but I started running it at Origins Game Fair and Gen Con, and people always started to like it, so you're kind of doing well. Let me try to describe it. So it's based on Edgar Allan Poe's Mask of the Red Death. Are you guys familiar with that story?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's kind of at this masquerade party, so because everyone's contextually wearing a mask, no one knows who everyone is and what powers they have. So there are people trying to eliminate people from the party. So you get eliminated by, you get killed, you get thrown out of the party. So one group's trying to get people out of the party, and another group is trying to cast out whoever's holding the Red Death card. So you have to get one guy with one card out of the party, and the next team wins. So the thing is, you don't know who's on your side and who's not. You have a number of like faction codes to help identify who might be familiar. Like there's like the Knights faction and the Thieves Guild, and they can kind of figure out who each other are and what they can do. So what makes the game really interesting is that everybody has different powers. You could have like a card that kills people, or a card that steals cards from other people, or a card that casts people out of the party, or a card that zombifies other players. So stuff like that. Also, what's fun about it is that unlike Werewolf, you're never completely out of the game. You're just kind of in the worst status. So, for example, ideally you want to be alive and in the party. You don't want to be cast out of the party. You don't want to be killed. But even if those things happen to you, you're still not out of the game technically. Because anyone who dies can be re-zombified and come back. Anyone who's cast out of the party can eventually be brought back in with the right powers.
That's actually a good idea, because in larger groups, what happens is you die and you just end up watching the whole thing. We've done
Drinking for the whole thing.
Yeah, you were smashed. I had to hold your damn card.
50 or so people, and we had a really great time. People were just killing each other left and right. It was a lot of fun.
I think the
along that lines, though, back to Boot Hill, is on the site. There's a game available related to the Boot Hill characters.
Oh yeah, so many years ago, when I was still kind of before I even, I think it was like even before we had a Kickstarter, I thought just for fun I would make a Boot Hill version of Werewolf. It was kind of replaced some like the idea for cards, or maybe come up with some new roles for like Werewolf using characters from the game. Back then, like I let guys play Ultimate Werewolf, where they have characters that have powers and things.
Yeah.
But your guys make like dozens of versions of that. I used to have like a Werewolf meetup, and like you meet every month and play, and every month I would make a new version of Werewolf based that was holiday based on whatever holiday was that month. So there was like a Christmas version and a St. Patrick's Day version, Thanksgiving version.
Oh, that's
why he's not running this.
Some different kinds of powers. Some of them are actually kind of interesting, but that was before Werewolf really exploded. Now there's like everybody comes with all these different kinds of crazy roles and abilities.
We do have one Enterprise class Werewolf guy here. He gave it his stamp of approval.
Yeah. So go ahead and tell us what where can people find this Boot Hill version of Werewolf, and tell us a little bit more about it.
Oh, if you want to try the Boot Hill version of Werewolf, it's still available on my website. You just got to go there, click on it, and just print the cards, and you can try it. I also made I think I have the Earthbound version of Werewolf I made as well.
That's funny.
So again,
Travis mentioned that there was a lot of Earthbound.
Oh yeah, I mean the sprites and everything. Like you can definitely tell the love. I don't know, like and the sprites look really good. Like I am a sucker for game sprites, and the Boot Hill series has that.
Yeah, no, that's very much the case. Yes. Again, it's all about the feel.
I've had this recent fascination of playing games that you kind of have they're new games, newer games that are that retro old feel, and I can like hook them up to a CRT, and like Boot Hill Heroes is like a perfect one to plug in to an old like 25-inch PDM. Like it just looks really.
You know, that's interesting because I imagine saying, look at the soft and the edges on it.
Yeah. And again, it gives you that nice, like, warm, like, again, it's one of those games that just fit perfectly in my collection of new retro games.
It's funny because back when back when we were creating games for it, it was kind of a bitch. It was like we were always fighting with it. Now it feels like, boy, it does. It just feels really warm. I like that you described it as warm. It's like really, it was such a bitch. And I only designed like 3 totally different games, Quantum Link, but you know, it always felt like Quantum Link. Yeah, fuck you. But you know, it's kind of funny though. There was that feeling you were working so hard to perfect this. And I do think that Boot Hill Heroes has that feeling that you're like trying so hard to perfect this with the limitations that you're given.
Well, he doesn't have the limitations.
He doesn't have the limitations, but he gets that feel really right. It's kind of fun. I think it's one of the things that really appeals to me.
Yeah. So and again, I've not played through Boot Hill Bounties yet, but we'll again, I'll have to give that.
We really should make it a bet.
Actual 16-bit graphics and graphics that are not 16-bit but look 16-bit.
Yeah. I think we got a little more to work with. Alright, so the werewolf one again is interesting. If you guys are interested in it,
there are links available right now on Guys, Games, and Beer. We did put a link onto it earlier, but we will definitely put it on the official podcast.
Yeah, also on our Twitter page as well. We've got the links to it on there as well.
We'll have to do it.
Put those up earlier.
We'll
have to do a play test.
I think we're going to have to pull it out for a play test, but we're going to have to get Travis to do it because he's like...
Yeah.
I'll bust out the 2930.
We need a master here. Yeah.
So, see, I don't know. There's something. Oh, it feels very nostalgic. I'm just saying. Like, I love doing that. It's one of my favorite.
I think we might actually have it.
It's a pretty well. Let's play. I really wish I could have done that at MGC, but like running old games, like new old games on a CRT is just fucking amazing.
It does make a big difference, and again, that's why games like Dave's here. I think people. They don't look bad on newer monsters, but you're right. Something about putting them on an old CRT, they look like they were meant to be on that.
So yes, we're telling you to buy Boot Hill Bounties, but we're also telling you to buy a really expensive.
Hey, that's what we
One of my nicer ones I legitimately picked up for free on Craigslist.
Hey, that's an interesting idea. Like, as a technical idea, have you thought about like doing floor scan lines?
Oh yeah, people do that. People do CRT builders and stuff like that.
Yeah, like in their games.
Yeah, well, you do like reshader or something like that as well. Yeah, like it doesn't have to be like something specific, but they're like video filters and stuff you can do on a PC.
Well, I'm asking if you thought it would include that in this game.
I don't know if I want. I don't know.
If people wanted to do that, they could do that. That's how they themselves. Yeah.
Alright, so if people want to find the new game, Boot Hill Bounties, where are they going to find that?
That you're going to have to find on Steam for now.
Alright. So we will also have links to it on our website as well. If they want to go back and find the original Boot Hill Heroes, that's available on Steam as well. And?
Right now, I think that's you really get that on Steam.
Okay, Steam as well. As far as the card game we were talking about, that's on his website. We will have links to that. We've already put out a couple links today, but there'll also be links along with the show that you can find that. Kind of a cool idea to give Werewolf the Old West feel that it has with this particular set of cards. I saw some of the artwork, it looks quite good.
Wow. Impressive, yeah. I'm just kind of going through the
comments.
Yeah, they're all positive.
Why, yes,
really good.
it's a really
Which
good
is
game.
really unusual for us.
That's
It's
unusual.
usually so confused.
Wow!
It's usually so
Yeah,
confused.
so earlier, I was kinda
Like, I'm really waiting for the 8, and no.
No hate for this. I was waiting for the hate to
No, Dark Souls.
I was waiting for the hate to cover.
Well, gee, you made us remind some hate,
There was
but-
nothing. There was nothing.
Yeah, I honestly, everybody's been really super supportive on the, on both Twitch, amazingly on Twitch,
Yeah.
and also on Facebook and YouTube. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, again, it just plays well. It's a good old school RPG. So I mean, and
Now you're going that way too.
yeah, and
Oh, hey, is there some left?
then he drank it off. Having the old West RPG, I think, is a nice to have something that's a little bit different genre than usual. It's not just, oh my god, high fantasy crap that, not that
No, I don't hate high fantasy. It's just nice to have something different.
Right. So you're not always doing the same
Yeah.
kind of art.
Yeah, and between the setting, the Western setting, and everything, like a lot of people have mentioned in the reviews about this game, like the story is unique and interesting. It's not just like trying to copy from other tropes from other games.
There's a few things that I would want to point out. So it's a Wild West game. It's serious, but it's kind of cartoonish. And people who love
That's what
Earthbound,
I like.
you're not going to get Earthbound style of humor in the game. There is doses of humor, but if you're going to it expecting something like an emulation of Earthbound 2, you're not going to get that. But if you want kind of like a kind of a serious but adventure style Wild West game with some humor, but also some kind of darkness in it, and some kind of themes make you think, then you'll like the game.
So was that a struggle for you? Like, okay, so you created something that's very cartoonish, but it's not particularly like humor, right? I mean, there's a seriousness element to it. There's kind of a weird
it's kind of
balance.
intentional. Like, it's kind of a way, like the game, especially if you play the first game, it starts out very happy and very cartoonish, and you're like a kid and you're getting a job and you're fighting girls, but then as you play the game, it gets darker and darker. You start fighting less animals and more people. You start like having your lives in real peril, and it gets heavier as you go. There's some stuff that happens in Bounties that is I don't want to talk about my own assessment of it. It's supposed to be pretty nightmarish.
So it gets darker.
What?
It's darker then. It gets even darker?
Yeah, but there's like even some horror elements at some point, and then there's some really funny moments as well. For example, in one of the games, can you summon Paul Bunyan to come down and kill the enemies? Not in Red Dead Redemption 2. That's what you can't do.
Wow!
I assume.
Okay, that was nice teaser, though. I love that.
Summon
Paul Bunyan. Okay, that's freaking awesome. Alright, so because you're getting
What's kind of weird is I actually read the history of Paul Bunyan. The
Well,
giant
sure,
Paul
like
Bunyan.
it's like in Final Fantasy, you get like summons like Odin and different
Yeah.
stuff. Well, what would you summon in the Wild West?
Paul
Paul
Bunyan.
Bunyan.
So,
Yeah, but because you're being killed by something horrible. Maybe lost. You got pancakes.
So again, another real cool detail I've heard about the game, and what I've seen kind of the first one is you really kind of got a best of all worlds in your battle system. I mean, it's very familiar to people who play RPGs. They got text selections, but it's a real time combat, and there's some different like roles and jobs you can kind of take to kind of learn skills. Can you kind of go over for people uninitiated with the battle system what that's kind of like?
Yeah, and I was just going to talk about that because I really tried to make it less kind of grindy and less repetitive than you might expect from like a really retro kind of RPG. So, for example, like you never fight the same enemy group twice. There's different like enemies you run into and you'll fight them as a group, but unless you're going out of your way, you wouldn't fight the same group twice. So every group is kind of different, and battles have like at least like the characters will say something different about each battle. There's like an introduction where they explain like why we're fighting or some kind of comments. And so the battles are kind of meant to be different, rather than just like the same fight over and over again. And also, like you get different skills or advantages in the game, and as you play, you'll learn new advantages all the time. Like every couple battles, you learn like a new one, and it's not just like this one's more powerful than this old one. And that's it. They're all kind of mix up the combat and like completely change but they'll change how you play and how you strategize. So you may have been using one strategy for a while, and just when you're kind of tired of it, you get some new advantage. So it mixes things up, and you have a different strategy that you'll go for. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, from what I've seen other people say about this one specific, it sounds like you guys really stepped up on that one, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, there's something like 200 different advantages you can learn in the game, so there's really a lot.
Yeah, I really didn't see much wrong with Boot.
As far as the battle system went on that.
I
agree with that.
Yeah, I enjoyed the battle system.
So, but upping it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, exactly. To be fair, there are some games I thought where they tried to up it, and they just went a wrong direction. But I don't. It doesn't seem like that's what's happening here.
No. Sorry. There's shit going on.
Let's go down to the chat.
Yeah. The good news is, love Boot Hill Heroes. Guys, Games, and Beer.
Not so much.
Nothing new.
Which one are you following?
Nothing. Alright, they love the drunkenness. Okay.
Alright, so you're terrible then.
You're pretty terrible.
And we're all falling apart.
It's kind of funny.
It's like you're the epicenter of it, and then it's like it kind of gets a little better, and then it's like as you go.
I do usually try and hold it somewhat together.
This side of the table is pretty stable, but as you get closer to the epicenter,
Rob, you are patient zero.
Patient zero is host. I mean, let's just face it.
Rob is patient zero.
Alright, so
Patient zero or
Alright, so
zero.
so Boot Hill Bounties. Where can you get it?
one more time. Alright, get one more time to wrap this up.
On the wrap.
If you want to find here at Boot Hill Bounties.
I did it great. Just so I say.
Steve, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Totally be a link.
So if you want to find Boot Hill Bounties, it's on Steam. If you want to play Boot Hill Heroes first, it's also on Steam. Maybe some ports in the future, maybe not. Too early to tell. If you want to download some of my crazy card games, you can find those on the website. If you are interested in this Mask of the Red Death game I tried to explain, somebody listening is going to Gen Con. Odds are that's got to be true. It's in the event book, and it's at midnight, so you have no conflicting events except sleeping. So you should definitely try to come and check it out. Even if the event is full, we'll fit you in.
Okay, so you said
Wait,
Yeah, and if you want to watch me troll the Red Dead Redemption 2 Twitter account, you can follow me on Twitter at Boot Hill Heroes.
okay, so but you said the last time you did the Red Dead, you got 50 players?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good size audience for that. So, again, that sounds like something to check out too. I mean, again, definitely check out Boot Hill Heroes and check out Boot Hill Bounties. But that, the Master of the Red Dead card game, that sounds kind of cool actually. So you might want to give that a check. Yeah, you might, I didn't say some of us we Dead Country, so yeah, you might want to check that out as well. Alright, Rob?
Alright, thank you very much for watching Guys, Games, and Beer. If you take anything away from this particular episode, it is definitely check out Boot Hill Bounties and check out Boot Hill Heroes. We're probably going to do a vampire-based Boot Hill Heroes. Larry and I have already been talking about putting it on its cards.
Werewolf.
Yeah, werewolf.
That's it.
You know, alright, so what happened to me today is the one guy that did Vampire Masquerade, he hit me up to do their sequel.
Are you talking about Bloodlines?
Yeah, and I'm like, Yeah, that's awesome. I love the original game. So I have like this mental block now. I now have vampires and werewolves on my mind.
Yeah. So
Here's the good news. The vampire stuff, I'll totally save it. Say werewolves. It's gonna happen.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright, so definitely check that out. We're probably gonna do it pretty soon, I'm thinking. Alright, do not forget, we are going to be at Not Your Parents' Basement this weekend. We have an event set up. Do check that out. It's also shared with Not Your Parents' Basement. So check them out as well. If you want to check out Boot Hill Bounties, there is a link down below this podcast, and you can totally check it out. Definitely read the description down below. If you want to check out Guys, Games, and Beer, because you thought, boy, drunken guys talking about games, that's a great idea, www.guysgamesandbeer.net. You can check us out at www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer, where we talk about crap all the time. Also on Twitter at Guys Games Beer.
I will give away another free indie game tomorrow. So
tomorrow.
I give away on Friday too. I feel like
Free Friday going out.
Yeah. Okay. And what about our new group?
Our new group is, we do have a Guys Games and Beer support group. You can get to it from our www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer. Take a look under groups. There's a lot going on there. One of the problems we've really had with the way that Facebook has changed things is that we don't get really the ability for you guys to post stuff on our site. It goes on this little sub-site that's crap, honestly. So we made the support group so that everybody can post whatever they want, and we're going to see it, and everybody's going to see it. Right.
Yes, it's gotten very fast.
Yeah, but it's all good.
It's all awesome.
I've actually loved it. I'm really happy that I did it. Alright, thank you very much for watching Guys, Games, and Beer. We really do appreciate you guys watching.
Thank you to our guest tonight. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you very much for coming on today.
Thank you.
And we will see you next week, Tuesday, but we will also see you, of course, on Saturday night.
Wait, one thing before you do the same thing. We are going to
Go ahead and hit that button.
We're going to have one of our friends is going to be trying to beat 2 world records that day. Speed runs on Felix the Cat.
I think Scott's cheating, by the way. I think he's using
and he will be trying to break both of those. So we will be recording for the Twin Galaxies people. Definitely something to check out if you want to see some history in the making. We hope to make history at Not Your Parents' Basement on Saturday.
It's going to be awesome.
It is going to be awesome. All right.